Student, in last lecture we have seen the concept of self-inductance. Now let us see its application. The first is expression for inductance in solenoid. Now let us consider a solenoid. Now solenoid is nothing but the long pipe on which a insulated copper wire is winding. That is called as the solenoid. When let I be the current passing through the solenoid, and so the magnetic flux phi is produced in the solenoid. And we have seen that for a solenoid, the magnetic field induces at the center of the solenoid mu0 n I, where n is the number of turns per unit length of the coil, and therefore the magnetic flux linked with the solenoid phi b is equal to b into A, and therefore phi b is equal to ba into cos theta, and therefore phi b ba cos theta and cos of theta, and here theta is equal to 0 degree, and hence phi b is equal to this, and therefore n is equal to n into L, and therefore induced EMF in the coil is L is equal to NLBA into L, and putting this value, therefore L is equal to NL, B is mu0 NI A upon I, and therefore it is n into n square L n square L I n square L mu0 I cancel into A, and therefore the induced EMF L is equal to what is A? A is the area of the solenoid, area of cross section of solenoid, that is equal to pi r square, and that is equal to pi d square by 4, and therefore we can have L is equal to, that is n square L mu0 into pi d square by 4, and finally we get here L upon A is equal to mu0 into n square pi d square by 4, and therefore the length per inductance per unit length of the solenoid is mu0 times n square pi d square by 4, and finally this is the dimensionless quantity, and therefore n square into d square by 4, n square and d square by 4 is dimensionless, and hence we can have L upon L proportional to n square and L upon L proportional to d square, and therefore this is an expression for inductance per unit length of the solenoid. Now let us see the same expression for the toroid. Then what is the toroid? Now toroid is nothing but a long solenoid which is bent into a circular loop like this. This is the toroid coil, and therefore this is the coil, and therefore interior radius is R, exterior is capital R. Let I be the current passing to the toroid. Therefore magnetic field produced at the center of the toroid is mu0 I n upon 2 pi r, and thus we have seen this is the magnetic field produced here in the toroid, and therefore where r is the major radius of toroid, and therefore here we can have r, and instead of r we can write capital R, b is equal to mu0 I n upon 2 pi r. Therefore this is the magnetic field produced, but we know that the induced EMF E is equal to L into di by. This is equation number 1. Now what is the second equation? Again by the Faraday's law, E is equal to d phi by dt. And what is the phi? And therefore phi is equal to B into A, where A is the area of the toroid, and the area of the toroid is pi into r square. Now putting this value here, we can have E is equal to, and therefore phi is equal to n times B into A, where n is the number of turns of the toroid, and therefore putting this value here, and therefore we have this is E is equal to minus d phi by dt, and this is also minus, and therefore minus here we can write B, that is mu 0 n I upon 2 pi r into area pi r square into dt. Here this is the capital R, and therefore finally we have minus mu 0 n into mu 0 times n into n, here n square, and therefore it is 2 pi r into pi r square into di by dt. Now by comparing these two equations, when E is equal to minus L into di by dt and E is equal to minus mu 0 n square pi r square pi will get cancelled, and therefore by comparing these two equations, di by dt and di by dt is same, and therefore L is equal to mu 0 n square into r square upon 2r, and this is an expression for the mutual inductance for the toroid. Now next concept is energy stored in toroid. Energy stored in magnetic field. We know that in a coil, when I the current, when passing through the coil, there is a change in magnetic flux linked to the coil, and due to the change in magnetic flux linked to the coil, the induced EMF is produced in the coil, and therefore the induced EMF just opposes the rate of change of magnetic flux, and hence we can have E equal to minus L into di by dt, and therefore the work must be done in order to establish the magnetic flux, and therefore the work done dW must be equal to minus E into dq. In order to establish, in order to passing the current dq in the coil, the work must be done, and this work done dW is E into dq, and therefore what is E? What is E? E is equal to, E is the amount of work done, but dq is equal to what? I into dt. Now putting this value here, therefore dW is equal to minus E into I dt, and putting the value of E at minus L into di by dt, this minus will get cancelled, and therefore work done is equal to L into di by dt into I dt, and therefore dt with dt will get cancelled. This is L into I dt, and therefore total work done in order to move the total charge through the coil, the work done is given by integration, and therefore W is equal to integration of dW, and that is equal to integration from 0 to I, that is the finite current, when the current in the coil moves from 0 to I, L into I di, this is di. They are integrating it, therefore W is equal to L, the integration of I into di is I square by 2, and finally the work done W is equal to 1/2 L into I square. Now this will be the work done, or this is the energy stored in an inductor coil in the magnetic field. This is the energy stored in the coil in the magnetic field. And next, one of the important concepts is energy stored per unit volume of the coil. Energy stored per unit volume. Energy stored per unit volume. For this, let us consider a solenoid, same having length L and A be the area of cross section and the volume of the solenoid is A into L. This will be the volume and this will be the volume of the solenoid, and therefore the energy is stored, this energy U which is stored 1/2 I into 1/2 L into I square in a entire volume A into L, and therefore the U energy for this volume is called as the energy density, and the energy density in the coil is energy per unit volume, that is 1/2 L into I square divided by V, and what is V? V is nothing but A into L, and therefore this is equal to 1/2, we can write as L upon L into I square into A. But in case of a solenoid, L upon L is equal to mu 0 N square A. We have seen this expression, and putting this value here, and therefore energy density is equal to 1/2 mu 0 N square A into I square upon A. Therefore A will get cancelled, and finally energy stored is 1/2 mu 0 N square I square. But we know that for a solenoid, the magnetic field induced in the solenoid is B is equal to mu 0 N into I. Now rearrange the term here, and that is 1/2 mu 0 N square I square. If you take mu 0 square, we have to adjust here mu 0, and therefore this term become B, and finally energy density is equal to 1/2 V square upon mu 0. This is the expression for the energy density in a solenoid. This is one of the important questions for 3 marks. Now the next concept is